Well, hello, everybody. My name is Tom Boone. I'm Associate Director for Mission with the Outreach Foundation. We are here in Pakistan, the city of Lahore, which is in the center of Pakistan. And I'm pleased to introduce to you all Andrew Dickinson. So, Andrew, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Tom, my name is Andrew Dickinson, and I'm a associate pastor for mission and pastoral care at First Presbyterian Church of Douglasville, just outside Atlanta in Georgia. And I've been the associate there for about 13 years, and I've known the Outreach Foundation for the duration of that time, and just have always been impressed with the various things that they are involved with in the world. And so we partner with them in various ways. And so it's been great to be part of this trip this year.
Andrew, thanks for that partnership because that means a lot to the partners.
Yeah.
It does. It really does. And especially when there's that long-standing commitment. Thanks for that. Thanks to the church that sent you here.
Yeah.
Thank you all for that. Andrew, this is your first visit to Pakistan, and I'm
Yes.
just curious what has been a surprise for you?
Well, I think what's been really interesting. So we're here in the month of Ramadan, and so as someone who's not experienced being in Ramadan, in a country that is majority Muslim during this time, it was interesting to see how that plays out culturally. I remember just yesterday we were driving along the road, and there had to be a couple hundred people just lined up in four rows on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the local street vendors is just handing out food all the
Yeah.
way down the line. So all these people just sitting on the sidewalk in the middle of this bustling city here. And so it was very interesting to see that, but also just to be at one point we stopped in a just to kind of take a break, get a cup of coffee, and we were in this shop restaurant, and I just popped open my Sprite and was happily sipping away, and one of the members of the team came over and just whispered in my ear, they are in the middle of a fast and may take offense if you if you're drinking that in front of them. And so I was like, whoa. And just I think as someone who
Yeah.
is not immersed in the culture all the time,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily realize
Absolutely.
how it is to be Christian, to be of a minority status in a majority world, so to speak. And so that's been
Yeah,
interesting
little
to
things
get
like
that
that matter,
perspective.
don't they? Because I
Yeah.
think they're trying really to respect the culture,
Yes.
respect their neighbors,
Yeah.
while not completely buying into what all is going on. Andrew, we have been through many different experiences with our host Mission Society. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the projects out where we had hoped to see because of a lot of security concerns. There's a lot of terrorist activity going on right now. But nonetheless, we heard a bunch of different things. I'm wondering if there's one thing that really stood out to you.
Yeah. Tom, there are several partners that the Outreach Foundation has here. And I think one of the new ones is a group called the Park Mission Society. And we've had several presentations from them. And I think what's really profound that, within 20 years, they've grown to this organization to about 250 employees. And I just think the vision of Park Mission Society is really, I was really struck by it. It truly is holistic. It's environmental, it's political, it's social, it's spiritual. And a lot of, they serve the whole population. So 80% of the work that they do is directed toward the majority population. So when there may be floods or some kind of natural disaster, they're there to provide the sort of practical support, emergency assistance. But they're also very much about development. And again, that's for the majority culture. But it's also a lot of the work that they do. Their internship program, for instance, is really about working with the Christian minority population. I think for a long time, there's been it's been a challenge for Christians in various ways, but now there are kind of opportunities. The government is creating literally, a percentage of jobs can go to the minority, and so that's a wonderful new opportunity. But I think as much as anything, Puck is needing to work with mindset, because I think expectations in the minority community have also been lowered. And I think with that, that they're working just to kind of build hope and build opportunities and awareness and also education. I think they stand at a place where, because they are recognized, because they have the international NGO status, they can help
Yes.
Christians with their expectations, but also give them the kind of training and therefore on their resume the kind of opportunities then that allows them to access these positions. And we were able to hear testimonies of graduates from the intern program who are now in positions in the government. And I think that's part of what they want. They want to enable Christians to access positions formerly not available to them, and so really impact the culture as a whole.
Yeah.
Which is just an amazing vision. It's very strategic and very impressive the way that they are working out in all sorts of different ways of really integrating the culture, which is profound, I think.
That's great. And thanks for commenting on that, because I think it's amazing what they are doing themselves. And that's really an impressive part. It's not the West doing it.
Yeah.
They are doing this.
Yes.
And of course they really need resources.
Sure.
They have lots of different partners, but and we're glad to be one of them. Andrew, thanks for coming on this trip. And thank you all for your prayers. Thank you for following us. And we look forward to bringing more to you in the next day or two. God bless.